here we are with another D3 tutorial. This one is going to be on a low poly hot rod, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So this is how I would go about on making a low poly hot rod. So I save this image. Let's click it, save as, save into a destination of yours. Jump into cinema. Computer may be a little bit slow. I'm rendering a scene right now. And let's go to our front view. Options, configure, back, triple dots, and drop in that image. One's bigger. There it is. So let's just start with a cube. Drop it down. Adjust the size of that. Let's make that 2 segments. We just display the shading with the line. Looks cool. I'm going to make that editable. I'm going to get rid of these tags. Let's hit our poly selection tool. We can grab our live selection tool, click our cube, live selection, find the side of it right here, hold control, drag. I'm going to drag this out what I think is an efficient amount, drop that in, and maybe angle this. This is just the start. Look at my reference photos. Actually, they have a flat front. Some of them. For our purposes, we can keep a flat front. Let's do it. I'm not going to, may not do the engine in this tutorial. I'm gonna maybe do a high poly version of that. We can keep that like that. Grab these. Our live selection tool, grab, click and drag, click, drag, make that a little bit smaller, that over, enlarge it, drop it down so it's kind of even, then scale that. Apparently I messed up here, so we're going to create our line tools. That line, holding shift, select that line. Scroll on that to deselect it. Shift on these, bring those in. I'm looking into this window here to get that curve. Alright, so there's a low poly body. We can extrude the top, get our live selection tool, get our poly selection. Sound effects may help. Gonna extrude that up. Angle it. That. I can grab those 2 points, drag them in like that, grab these 2 points, grab them like that, drop it down, there's our car so far. Make a window into here. I'm going to select both of these. Select both of these because I want it mirrored. right click, extrude inner, somewhere down here. Nope, up here. Extrude inner. Whoop. I'm going to hit our scale tool, hold control, click, and drag inwards. Just like that. So we just made our window low poly, so just make it like that. We make our windshield the same way. I am not going to put a back. There's our body real quick. Since we're here doing extrudes, we can put in a grill. I'm gonna look at my reference photos one more time. Seems to get more narrow near the front end. So let's taper this off. You can use a taper deformer, which is right here. I'm just gonna adjust that slightly without it being attached so I can angle it properly. Nope, not right. Always get this one wrong. Drop that over. Drop that. It's interesting that how that's curving up like that. We can leave that and then we can adjust it. So I'm going to control or right click, current state to object. I'm just going to hide that just in case I mess up on this object. Alright, here that is. Go to our line tool. Select these lines, drop them down. We're going to fix the angle. Like that. I can also grab the points, just for the sake of doing it a different way. Adjust that. Doesn't have to be too perfect. Or I can grab my rectangle selection tool, click only visible elements off, grab this entire bottom section, scale the height to 0 so it's completely flat, and then adjust that entire bottom at the same time. Does that make sense? Make our grill a little bit larger. Scale this up. I'm going to grab this point. Let's just make that part of the grill. Let's look at our reference photo one more time. Nah, maybe not. We want that rounded off top. Back in, up. Take these lines. Just bring them up. They don't intersect. Grab these lines. Closer. Click those lines, drop this down. Just Just like that. Getting a defective poly over here. So to fix that, we can go to Create Tools, Knife, Points, make these triangles. Sweet. Kinda looks like a boat. Let's grab these angles. That smaller. Screw that one in. There's our grill. Back to our reference photo. I want to make one of these fenders that go over the car. So the way I'm going to go about that is back to my reference photo. I can make another object that's just a spline, which may be easier than extruding out the elements. Let's do a linear spline to keep this low poly-esque. How about that? I'm just going to hit random points. Zoom in. Go about it like this. I'm going to leave that open because the close spline button's right here. Let's stick a extrude nerve on that. Make sure it is closed. And then we can extrude it out. Some outrageous number. Like that. You can see it in this view. Let's just move it over. Kind of center it. I think that works pretty well. For our purposes, at least. This is obviously an issue. Let's go to current state to object. Let's connect all these objects. Connect objects, delete. I'm going to drag that down here. Hide this. Don't have to worry about that. I'm going to delete the font tags and all that. I'm just going to drop in a square. Move the square over. Adjust the size. Change my zenith axis to that. Drop this down like that. Let's do a Boolean. There we go. Works for me. Back to our reference photo. These are probably attached, but I don't think it makes a difference. Kind of like it not attached. So let's drop in some wheels. You can do that easily by creating a cylinder. I'm going to put that on its x-axis. I lied, it's z-axis. Make the height to 20. Guesstimating currently. Let's drop down these segments to 13. Looks good. I'm going to hit C on my keypad. I'm going to select points because right now, if I grab an object like this, extrude it out, it's not connected. You can see that right there. So I'm going to go to my square selection tool, points, make sure this is off, select all the points, so it goes through the entire object, right click, optimize. Come on, there it is. And then let's grab this point again, and it's connected. See that? Very useful tool. You know, I should have started with a tube or a torus, but this will do. Actually, let's I'll just make this work. I'm going to create another one. I'm going to shrink it down, but expand it widthwise for the tire. That looks good. I'll boolean this as well. That under a bool. Push those around. There we go. Translate the object. Gonna hide that just in case I mess up, which happens pretty often. Translate object. Connect objects. Delete. There we go. Since I have this one already, I'm gonna grab that smaller one. Right? And should have checked this before. May not match up. I think I had 13 segments. I don't remember. I'm messing everything. I think there's an easier way to do this in the selection. Cool. Nope. I'm gonna grab all the points like that. Just hit my scale tool, hit control, and then scale outward. Undo. Try that one more time. Control, scale. That's it. Let's stick that under this boolean. So this is connected as an object. I'm going to zero out that axis. That's try and move my axis point roughly in the middle of that. Let's use there we go. Just eyeball that one. These fenders really made the car. Good move. Just drop that over. Like that. Got a reference photo. How big are these? Yeah, they're pretty skinny. The tires in the back are the fatter ones. Oh, we gotta make the headlights too. That would perfectly go into the space. So See, I planned it all along. Drop a symmetry tool down here at the bottom. I'm going to symmetry different axes. There we go. Let's create another tube. Go to my right angle view. I lied. Whatever this angle is. Drop it here. And zoom in. Match it up with the axis of my tire. Also a way to do this that I forget. That's extremely easy. Helpful. I'm going to change the height so it matches the tire length. Make it a little bit wider. Looks good to me. Let's copy and paste this tire. I'm going to drag it all the way over here. Grab our tire, our second one. Scale it widthwise. There we go. So we got these big fat tires over here. Let's copy and paste the cylinder. I'm just going to drag that to the other side. Just in case you can see it. You probably can't. But I'm banking on that you can. Good enough. Just has to look cool, doesn't have to function that well. The Batmobile I did had a dynamic like suspension system and everything I had on. That was a pain in the butt. Ooh, let's take another square, fix this back. Drop this past it. Grab another boolean, stick that in there, and there we go. I just made that a child of the other one too. They have this taper right here. Looks good. Add our mirrors. Or not mirrors, the headlights right here. You can do that by I'm looking at the shape right here. Can we do a half capsule? It's over here so I can see it. Change the orientation. Slice. Only slice that way. We can then do a sphere. Go to hemisphere. Just like that. Scale or rotate this way. Scale it to size. Pretty much what we wanted. Then we can, I'm going to zoom in, click C to make that editable. Go to mesh, poly, mesh, create tools, close polygon, cap that off, select that polygon, scale inward, extrude inward. There's my headlight. Sweet. So I'm just gonna. What are these attached with? bend right there. Find some more reference photos. That would have been a cool one to model. I'm gonna grab another symmetry tool. Put that sphere under the symmetry tool. Hit the model tool so you don't start extruding things. I'm gonna adjust that some location like that. Give it a little bit of an accent. Change my symmetry to a different axis. That is just fine. Let's create a cylinder. Brought that down to like 6 segments. Partially making this up. Scale that way down. Shoot. And up. I'm gonna go in and just delete all these font tags. Because I have been forgetting. Let's go to our multi-view window. Alright, so it's rotate like that. I'm just gonna stick this partially in the car, then partially in this light bulb. Like that. That's it. Stick that under the symmetry as well. Connect it to the sphere. The lights. And then I think that concludes our low poly hot rod. And thanks for watching. I'm going to color this, put some materials on it, and put it into a small scene. Thanks for watching, and check out my other videos and subscribe.